Hey, yeah, so today's thing, sobriety, being sober, being not on drugs all the time. I don't have no judgment, you know what I mean? And I like to have a little smoke every now and then. I'm not gonna lie. I've done some recreational good times in my life, and I've learned some things from some of the things I've done, some of the mistakes I've made. I love all that. What I'm getting at though is people that go through their whole life, like their whole day, kind of medicated. They show up at work and park their car, get out their vape pen. They're vaping, or they're just smoking something, or they're just popping some pill. I myself am not on painkillers. I'm not on anything. I don't take anything. I don't take Lipitor. I'm not against Lipitor, but anyway, what I'm saying is that keeps people numb. They're not paying attention. They're not feeling what they need to feel. They're not knowing what they need to know because they're not sober. They're not spending enough time being sober. And I think that's a big symptom of what's happening right now. I think that's why nobody can see. That's why nobody ever heard of Palantir or Raytheon. There's people my age at my factory. We're having these politically conscious, yes, brother conversations. And then I bring up Raytheon and they go, what, who? It blows me away. It blows me away. So our media environment has just gotten really horrible. We know that. And, but we have to be sober. I think getting sober is part of it. I myself, I was reading some stuff today. It just seems so disheartening. I thought, what I want to do is just go smoke a big spliff and chill out and not think about this. Maybe watch some comedy or something, you know what I mean? Turn on a Netflix show, series or something. Just kind of retreat. I think retreat, hide, get a gated community, get behind the gate. That is basically the human's answer right now. All humans, humans right now on the planet know we are in a crisis. We're in a self-made crisis. It's nothing that we can't overcome or nothing huge, but it's something we're doing to ourselves because we've let elite, really evil elite humans, we've let them kind of take over. And we've given them more and more control. More and more areas of our economy are controlled by them. More and more aspects of our society are controlled by them. The idea of local popular participation in questions of what's on the curriculum at school, in questions of how much green space do we have in our city, in questions of where do the bikes have a bike lane in our city, in questions of how much housing, what kind of credit score do you need to get into housing in our community, that kind of thing. These kinds of questions have just been completely surrendered to the elites. The popular people are not involved in any of this. No one in Oakland has decided where the condominium tower is going to go, where there shouldn't be a condominium tower. They haven't decided that. They haven't decided what's being taught at the public school. They don't even know what's being taught at the public school. Most of them do, however, keep working. They're sort of productive, and then they go home and smoke weed and go on Netflix. And I'm just saying, be sober, be more sober, pay more attention, know things, learn some details, pick one issue in your life and get to know about it, get to know the details about it. Don't accept just the partisan rhetoric that's out there about something. All these issues have a line. There's a ready to go response. Oh yeah, that's because he's racist. Oh yeah, that's because he's a bigot. Well, maybe that's not it. Maybe the simple, quick, dismissive answer is not really the answer. Maybe the answer to the person who's asking about the curriculum at school is just because he's a concerned parent. He just wants to know what's being taught on the curriculum at school. I can't believe the people that were asking that were called bigots, and they weren't even allowed to see the materials that their kids were going to be forced to learn. Right? That's the kind of thing that just makes you uncomfortable. It doesn't matter if you're right wing or left wing, or if you're a transgender person yourself, or if you're Christian or whatever. None of that matters. What matters is that you're being lied to and you kind of know it. or something's being held back from you and you know it, right? Just show me. If the curriculum's great, then show me the curriculum. If the materials that are being shown to my kid are awesome, then let me see them. No problem. If you're trying to hide them from me and say that I can't have any participation in my own child's education, now there's a problem. Now there's a huge problem, see? Who wanted you to have that problem? Did you want to have that problem? Did you create that problem? No, you didn't. Somebody else put that problem on you so that you wouldn't see what's happening with the oil or the water or the whatever. They're taking over water. You know, that's going to be next. We have no agency, no control, no nothing, no democracy. We need to get over this stuff. Private prisons, gotta go. Deportations, you only deport known illegal citizens. You can't just mass deport people or give, bounty hunters a bounty for deporting people or give a quota to an ICE agency or anything like that. You can't do anything like that. That's happening now, and it's so wrong. It's so wrong. We must observe the Constitution and constitutional rights. We've got to treat people nice. Even immigrants, they got to be treated nice. People are immigrants. They work, they travel and work. Of course, the ones we don't like are the hardened criminals and all that stuff. But they're going to Home Depots and getting people. That's not the hardened criminals, bro. It's totally wrong. And you know it. Pam Bondi, the private prison industry, all this stuff, it's all corrupt as hell. But you can't see it because you're either numbed out and watching Netflix or you're focused on Trump or something. I don't know why none of my colleagues, no one around me can see the Geo Group or Palantir or anything. Palantir is finally starting to get mentioned some. They've already taken over. They're already collecting all our data. It's already over. They're huge contracts with the government. I mean, Peter Thiel is done, like he's the dude. No one ever mentions him. It's just weird. The tech bros. No one ever saw Elon. They cast Elon as some kind of weird cultural figure with too many kids and he loves Elon, he loves Trump, or now he doesn't like Trump. But they never looked at him as sort of a tech bro. As someone who gets defense industry contracts to develop AI for the government. Okay, all right. He also has, this car company, Tesla, that he's a part of, whatever. He's a big investor in a lot of things. Who cares? Point is, they don't even look at him right. They have a huge critique of Elon. But they don't even ever hit the main point about him, that he's a billionaire tech bro. That's the problem. All right. Have a good